Okay, so I wanted to do my last video on my cooling engine between runs segment. I did a couple of experimental parts one and two. I was messing around. I finally got it how I think it's going to work. So I'm going to show you how in about 30 to 40 minutes you can basically cool your engine down to ambient temperature. So first thing you got to do is remove the belts. And I'm going to show you this. It's going to take steps because I don't have like a GoPro. I don't have any of that stuff. I've just got my phone and I got to put it down. So you'll hear the word hold on a few times. So first things first, got to get rid of the belt so I can make the water pump freewheeling. Hold on. Actually, before I start taking all this stuff apart, let's take some temps. So first I got, let's see here. Just above the water neck is 133, 134, something like that. I just warmed the car up in the garage. If I had taken it out for a run, it'd probably be about 160 or so. And let's take that header flange temperature also. That's going to be pretty hot, and that is right around 200 degrees. All right, so hold on a second. I'll show you with the pump motor that I'm going to put on there. So again, sorry, I only have 1.5 hands. So at this point, I've taken off the alternator belt. I took off the power steering belt before because I don't need to show you how to do that. And I put a stud here on the alternator. It screws right through here. I put a nut in there to snug it up because I need this extra length so I can mount my little motor. So that'll be the next step. Hold on. So this is the pump I'm working with. It actually came off of a Basement Watchdog battery backup sump pump. You want a 12-volt motor. I just happen to be a plumber and I come across these things once in a while. I replace them and this motor was good. So I grabbed that. I wired it up, and you notice I have the black and the red switched because I wanted to get the rotation right as I hooked up the leads to the battery. Then you just got to do a little goo and get your pulley, get that on there correctly, and then I'm going to put the motor on. Hold on. So now I have the motor attached to the stud, and now I just got to put my my belt on there. It's kind of a narrow belt because that little pulley on there is actually very narrow, but you don't need to get crazy. Just any belt that fits in that groove a little bit is fine. You'll see. Hold on. So here's the pump with the belt on, and my earlier videos I had to take the water pump pulley off and then slide the belt on there and then put the pulley back on. I wasn't going to do that. So what I ended up doing was getting a slightly smaller motor or crankshaft pulley for the bottom, because the stock form on this Oldsmobile, those the water pump pulley and the engine pulley, they almost touched. You could barely slip a piece of paper between the top of the one and the bottom of the other. So I thought, I'm not going through all that, taking off the fan and all that crap. So I got a tiny bit smaller engine pulley, and now I can slide the belt over the fan blades, and then it will go in between those. That's the critical part. That's why I'm doing part 3. So if you hold on just a second, I will get this thing going. We'll take some more temperature readings in a minute. Hold on. All right, so the engine's been off for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get this. So the temperature is about 134 degrees coming out of the water pump. And let's see what this header flange area. Oh man, that thing really, oh, sorry. So it's cooling off pretty quickly, but it's still pretty warm. The engine block area, 140. This should be a pretty warm spot right here, probably 135. Let's take a look at that intake manifold temperature. That's 120, about 120. So now we're going to turn the fan on, And what I did is, as I mentioned, I wired the motor. I had to do it in kind of a special way so I could get my battery terminals correct so the rotation would be good. Put a little switch on here. Let's fire it up. Uh-oh. I'm going to keep screwing up this video. Now it's running. I don't know what you missed there, but I had to adjust my pulley. Put it on the wrong belt and it was binding up. So now I'm going to turn this thing on and we'll see what we get going on now. It still doesn't want to go. Oh, now I took it off the motor pulley. Hold on. Yeah, well, you know how it is. It's Saturday afternoon. Okay, now we're going to get going. Okay, ready? Hold on. We'll turn this baby on and yeah. Okay, now we're fanning. We're blowing. So I've got the motor is turning the water pump. Obviously nothing else. That's why you have to have the distance between the engine pulley and the water pump pulley. You got to be able to have it enough where you can slide in that belt, because all we're doing is turning the fan, and yeah, so the fan's blowing real good, and within 10 minutes this thing is going to drop probably 20 degrees. Let's see where we're at, like in just like a minute. Let's see where we are. So look at that, 124 degrees, 120. Look at it. You can just watch it dropping as the fan is blowing, because the coolant is circulating through the block, because the water pump is turning. It's going through the radiator and it's getting all dried out, and you'll see within a half an hour even the intake manifold will be not cold but warm to the touch. So I'll be back at you in a few minutes.